Entering King's Row.
Hello everybody and welcome to another EGFH Scrim. We have the Tigers versus the Falcons, and so we're going to be getting into it on King's Row. We have an interesting map pool. After King's Row we have Volskaya Industries, Oasis, and then we're going to be ending on Route 66. And so if you didn't notice, we have just dropped a patch today, and so we got some changes to Doomfist, May, and most importantly Sombra. So really interested to see exactly what each team pulls out if they want to use the Sombra pick. It's not just going to be an ult bot anymore because they changed the fact that she can't recover or can't charge her ultimate off of the health pack. And so with that, that's going to be a pretty important change. We already see it being picked on the Tiger side, so I'm excited to see exactly what they're going to be doing with it. What it looks like is two tank composition with I don't know, I would call Sombra more of a damage threat now with her changes. So I'm excited to see exactly what's going to go on. I am getting a request for a little spec, and so hop in here. Got a little torb action. They're trying to get up, but you know, just having some fun right now. But like I said, we're gonna be getting into this this thing, and so right now we have the defense set up just back here. Nothing too special right now. We're gonna see Chronic just be shooting some, pipes over. And they're all going to be coming in right now. Steve with his shield, they're going to be going into the room and a little flank, but with that they're going to be right on the point, and nothing happening yet. They're just trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Steve takes down Chronic, Zoom takes down Torb, and Hunting does get Steve with that, but it looks like the Falcons are going to be taking over this point with a solid attack, taking down the rest of the Tigers as they really keep pushing forward. With that, they've built a lot of ultimate charge already to be getting ready, so I'd like to see exactly Linus already doing it, push up a little bit more and start poking, continue to build that ult, and with that we already see two changes. Meep goes to Hanzo, and Penny goes to Reinhardt, so excited to see exactly what we're going to be getting, as Linus is just laying down some poke. Nothing too impressive, as he's just now going to go back to his team, and we do see Zoom switch over to McCree. Coalescence is online already, so really interesting, and it looks like they're moving up. I thought we were going to be seeing a big ultimate, but with that, 2 picks, and you're going to be moving back, and so very impressive hold, and I guess just not a great attack presence of mind, as they can push them all the way back to spawn, and they're probably going to want to back off now as the rest of the team does regroup. But with that, they're going to get 2 ults, and so 2 coalescences up, not probably just be counteracting each other depending on who they do get picked off. And so I want to see them all move up together, potentially throw a shield on him. And they need to really fall back and heal up Steve, because he's getting pretty low right now. And already an ultimate comes out and takes down 1, going out for the Hanzo, takes down 2, going for 3. Does not get 3, but is going after the back line still. And with that, they're going to just push on the cart. And so 1 Genji Blade for a Coalescence, and they still get 2 kills and push up the cart. That's a great trade for for the ult economy. And we see more switches coming out, which is just going to help really delay exactly what's going on. But as we see this, I want to see a giant earth shatter from Steve as they keep going. Play the mind game with Penny for the shield, get a little speed boost, get him around the corner, and then just drop the hammer. So I do see the beat come down after the Hanzo Dragon Arrow, so there it goes, but Penny just keeps the shield up. I think they could have played that a little bit differently, but with that, they're going to just keep pushing down, get the next checkpoint, and I'm assuming just keep going, as they're going to stagger some people, like Meep and Hunting, Penny as well, and so if they can get Moonman, that's going to be huge. And they do get Moonman, great stun by Zoom, and he's going to keep going in. I expect to see Jedi coming out really soon, and with the ult that they currently have, unless Penny keeps his shield up, it's not going to be looking good for them. So now they're just going to be setting up to push more on this cart, and I'm expecting Penny to try and get a shatter beneath the cart. Coming out, catching everybody. 3-man Riptire from Hunting. That was absolutely huge. Linus Dragonblade came a little bit late after the giant Riptire came out. I feel like he should have saved that one after that absolutely insane Riptire from Hunting. I think that was a great job, great hold to keep everyone together right there. You would have thought that with Schnark's Graviton that they would have all came in, but it kind of did the exact opposite thing where it pulled all of the Falcons together and then just let for a wonderful Riptire. And so now he's going to be standing up here, throwing pipes down to want to charge his ultimate again. And Zoom's the only one with his ultimate, so we'll see exactly what that's going to look like. Linux probably want to go up there and take him out. So great just view from up here. They do a great job trying to pick him off. And a huge, absolute huge Earth Shatter into the Deadeye, and that's just going to be game. I don't think they're going to be able to stop anything that happens. I can't believe that came out. Steve comes in clutch with that Earth Shatter, and as long as they take down the they're not able to take anybody down. They were stalling the cart, and great job by Mooman stopping them. And the beat drop comes out. They want to finish this fight. They want to jump in, and Penny ends up falling, and that's huge. And with that, they're going to still just stall the cart out, even though more ultimates are coming out. But with that, they finally clean everything up, and they do get the cart. So great time pushing all 3 points, and pretty impressive team play and ult usage to combo together to take people out with the hammer and the Earth Shatter into the Deadeye, and then just like dropping the beat on the cart to make sure everyone stays up and dropping Coalescence. And so that was pretty impressive by them. I thought that they did a great job holding back anything that the Tigers had to offer, and a great job just picking them off, forcing a lot of hero switches, which probably contributed to the great ult advantage that they had basically the entire time. And so they're going to have to push all 3 points. Like we said up there, 2 minutes and 51 seconds left, which is a decent time to have for a full push on King's Row. And so we're going to be seeing them have to get on the attack now. And so if they can push all 3 points, we are going to be going into overtime and see exactly how much we can do. We did get a lot of the same from last scrim. They were able to get a lot of pushing down. So let me see exactly what they're able to do. We do see starting. Lyneth is going to be starting as Team 3. I do believe they usually started as something else, but I like to see the Cowboy come out. He usually does a really good job, especially if Hunting sticks with this Pharah. He's going to be able to take her out of the sky. I was half expecting to see a Soldier just because it's more consistent DPS, but not as high impact with being able to just pick people off. And when I say high impact, I'm thinking of people like Pine, where you just kind of go all out. So with that, we're going to see exactly what the offense has to offer. We see a pharmacy combo, and so with that, we see a solid setup with Orisa, Orisa Hog. Great thing to just do the halt into hook combo, and we see that from both teams coming out already getting a pick off both sides. And Hunting's not really able to do that much yet, but the res comes out even though they're really close to the spawn, and I believe that's really going to let them take it. Harmony, Discord Orb not being sent on this Pharah, so she's raining from the sky, raining fire, and not being able to stop anybody. Asking for healing even though nothing's really happening yet. So Torque Main's going to be going out, picking off people, trying to stagger more as they really capture the point, and does pull the Roadhog. That's going to be huge if they can take him out before anybody from this team can back them up. And now they're not really going to be able to mount defense without their full team here on the second push into the second capture point. So As we're looking at it, as I said earlier, I was expecting him to switch off to a soldier, and that's exactly what we do see. And so some more consistent DPS, and it's still going to be really good against that Pharah in the sky. So he's going to be looking out for her. Make sure he stays up tip top because he doesn't want to get hit down by pipes or those rockets. So make sure he's doing a really good job. But Hunting's doing a wonderful job, just like, you know, raining down rockets. And so I really expect to see the ultimate come out just to secure something, but Meep has gotten 3 kills. What an absolute monster. And Zoom comes out with 3 of his own. Finally gets stopped by Hunting, but a quick res by a Chronic is going to help the push keep going and not stop anything as they just keep rolling. I thought the Falcons had a great offense, but the Tigers are coming out absolutely insane right now. And so they found Schnark, and Linnet takes out Meep. I thought they had the drop on Meep, but he just turned it around, and so I'm pretty sure they're going to have to fall back and wait for him to come up. Or, you know, maybe just drop some ultimates and turn this around without a great any great way to stop him. But Torgmain picks off Zoom, and just like that, Chronic was floating in the air for a little too long. They're going to have to wait for that Mercy play. And Linnet takes out even more people. This is absolutely insane. With the Orisa bongos to help damage boost everybody, does a great job. So I'm going to see really close to a nanovisor, but we do see all 6 ultimates on the side of the Tigers. So this is going to be some pretty impressive stuff as they're coming in. I want to see them kind of fall back and group up for their defense. They're a little just one-on-one right now, and that's not the best sign. So with that, we see, you know, them coming in on the left side. Meep and Hunting just kind of way on the side while the rest of their line comes in up front. And so I'm expecting to see a great nanovisor to shut down everything that's going on. Even if they do it a little early just to stop it. There it is. The nanovisor comes out, but he gets stunned. And Meep does shoot 2 arrows and gets all 3. Oh my gosh. He just ran right into that, and that's not the kind of choke point you want to be in when Meep has his Hanzo Dragon Arrow ready to just take everybody out. So with that, they're going to push all the way to the second point, and you know, with 3 ultimates still going, they still have Valk, did not need to pop that. They're going to be able to keep going. And so we see a really early ult just to make the switch, just for the fun of it. But you know, Meep's up here just raining down arrows. They're not going to be able to stop him unless Junkrat goes up there to stop, and that's exactly what we see Zoom do. But oh my gosh, what a great play! Heads up, takes down both the ultimate and Zoom as Junkrat at once. And so nobody's stopping him right now. He's going to get his ultimate back really quickly, and you know, I'm watching that. There's Schnark taking out 2 people. They're probably going to have to fall back with that Diva Bomb coming out. So they just need to fall back because they're getting staggered really hard right now. Chronic Dark just needs to get out of there, and does not make it out. Fruity Memes with the Biotic Grenade kill from downtown. Call it a Kobe. But Baby Diva takes some revenge on Torgmain, and so just once again the stagger comes out. And so I kind of expect to see Schnark just kill. Yep, there you go. Take the suicide, get your mech back, and then be prepared for the next defense. But that also means that we're going to see this offense, or I mean the rest of them, fall back and kind of prepare. So we see that big Riptire coming in. We're going to see exactly what it's going to do. We have 7 more seconds on it. He picks off Zoom and gets Glacier. There we go. That's the 2 picks we wanted to see. So we're going to see exactly what this defense has to offer. As Mooman takes down Steve again. Lineth trying to get in the back line, go from behind, get a little stall going. But I don't know if that's going to be worth it. I don't know if he's going to have enough time. He's just kind of hanging out up there, just waiting at the very end. Do see the Transcendence come out, but they're trying to get pushed off. Moonman pops his Transcendence. I really don't like that. You want to use these Transcendence to keep everyone alive. There's no need to do that, but there you go. Torgmain popping his ultimate and just killing everybody with that. That was absolutely insane. So just like last week, we're going to see overtime on this map. And both teams had a lot of time to do that. So the defense is not looking too solid from each team right now. But, you know, if they keep up this offensive pressure, we're going to see exactly how this goes. So we could even see a tie if they just keep pushing to the very end and, you know, keep getting that. So with that, we're going to just jump right into the overtime. They do have to push as far as they can in the time allotted. So any defensive stop will be absolutely insane for both of these teams compared to what they had during the regular time. So I don't think we're going to see anything cheesy just because they're going to go with what's working. And so, as I say that, it looks like we are going to see a little bit of difference from the defense. Instead of that Orisa Hog, they're going to go with the Rhine Zarya. So I would say it's a little bit more stationary, less pick focus, and just trying to hold the point. Excuse me. So Lyneth once again on the McCree. I was still expecting you to see Soldier get a little bit more utility for your tanks with the healing field, but that's not going to be the case. And so I'm really looking for some big things out of Meep. He was an absolute monster. And Mooman starting on the Widow. I don't know if that's going to stick, and it's not. He's just having some fun with that. So letting everything slide, and now they're going to go out to figure out what the defense is, scout with the arrow, and so getting to position. As long as he doesn't get picked off by the Zenyatta Glacier or by Lyneth's McCree, they should be okay. And so they're just moving to the right side, right around here, destroying the barrier really quickly. And so until Penny has another one up, they're going to need to wait off. And so they're just pushing him back. I think they can just start capping the point, and that's exactly what's going on right now. Getting a pick on Lyneth, but doesn't actually close it out. And, already Fruity Memes coming out with Coalescence, and Zoom takes down Mole Man, and the defense is doing a great job holding on right now, taking everybody down, and I expect Steve to drop the hammer next time they want to push in. The only thing really to stop them is if Torgmain or Hunting push him away, you know, kind of boop him, or just, you know, use the Hog ultimate to, you know, displace him before he can actually connect with the ground. So I'm going to be watching everything on this man right here, Steve. Here's Reinhardt. As soon as they move past that barrier, they're just going to drop it. Another pick-off, which is great because they're probably not going to be able to do much with Meep gone, and so I do want to see him take down his shield more than he does, because he kind of just lets a lot of damage go through, and that's not as good. So, you know, only getting one with the ultimate, but I want to see a giant Earth Shatter out after Zoom comes down. But that's not going to happen. They're just going to repel him with just great play. So Zoom takes two with his ultimate, and they just take down the rest as they're just not in a position to be able to fight 4v6. With that, they're only going to have Transcendence and the whole Hog as they push in, and you know, they got Transcendence, and Lyneth's about to have his ultimate. We're about to see another Coalescence out of Fruity Memes, and so if they do you know, combo with Graviton, it can be pretty impressive. But this is it. They're going to need to into a huge Earth Shatter. Actually, only getting two, not as big as we thought. So everybody's sorry about that. Everyone's just going down right now. We do see Torgmain going down, and so with Fruity Memes popping Coalescence in the background, they're going to be able to clean up this entire fight. You know, with people getting picked off, even though Meep gets Zoom and Hunting gets Glacier, it's not going to be enough. They're just going to stay on this point and stop them. And wow, a full hold on point one after not being after, you know, full clearing the entire map the first time through. That's a great job by the Falcons, and so that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Getting a hold on defense is going to be game-changing for these people. So now the pressure's really on. They have to get one tick of offense, so that you need one successful push, and so you could even cheese comp this one to get, you know, a successful push going on just for the first point. So I really am excited to see what the defense is going to be doing to try and stop that, because that was pretty impressive to full hold on point A after basically giving up all 3 points without too much resistance. And so, you know, really only hiccups at point the last point where you just, you know, got wiped and then need to come back and have the ult advantage. So it is looking like we're going to see a different comp out of the Falcons. You know, Lyneth starting on the Genji, Steve and Schnark, basically something similar to what they held with, and so pressure's going to be on for Hunting and Meep to really you know, hold down the fort with they're going to need to have their accuracy really on point, because those aren't the typical hit scanned players. You got kind of two projectile players, both Hunting and Meep, to to see what they're going to do. And so then it does switch actually off to the Reaper. I think that's a great pick because it's a tank buster and kind of just is beefier, does a lot of damage. So they're going to be going in, you know, speed boosting around corners. Just Steve needs to keep his shield up, get into the... oh, that's really not good. Glacier gets picked off, but no, he gets pulled but not picked off. So they're just going to hang out, wait up, and push in really quick. And there you guys see it. The Fruity Memes and Steve does go down immediately. I don't think that was as coordinated as they wanted. Probably just got the shield taken down too quickly. I think they need to do a better job of how they're going to be going in. I think getting a Diva would be really, really important as Hunting takes on the rest. He has the Riptire. This is going to be absolutely huge as he doesn't make that jump, but it's okay, you know. Now he's going for the second try. Still doesn't really make it, but we're not going to harp on that too much. Only Fruity Memes is close to the ultimate, and that's the important thing. I really, really want to see them kind of switch to a Diva to be able to soak in the damage of everything coming in as they, you know, move from point to point. And with that, both Colossus come out. Everything's coming out right now. Hunting only gets one, but that is the ulting Moira on the enemy team. So with that, Torvmane and Chronic Dark are cleaning up right now. Hunting getting another kill, and although Meep does go down, that's not going to be really important at all as they stagger Schnark, which will just delay the offensive push. And Lyneth switches to a Pharaoh, which as long as Meep switching off McCree onto, switching off Hanzo to a McCree is going to be great for that. So as long as he can make it back to the point quickly, it's going to be really, really good for them. So Steve, really close to his ultimate. You see exactly when he drops it. He does drop it. Absolutely huge. Gets both of the DPS players. Tries to take down Mooman. Ends up taking him down with Linux. And with that, that's going to be full capture. They're not going to be able to stop anything. Pins Meep at the end there. And with that, there you go. There is the wipe. The Falcons take it on King's Row. What an impressive push. Although the defense was really strong for most of that, they did end up just dropping the hammer on the important people. So there we see it. The absolutely insane play by Zoom and Steve teaming up for that play. Just what a play by both those players. And so with that, we're going to quickly go to a break as we get ready for game number 2. And you saw the Falcons take it 1-0.
Is its own reward.
Alrighty everybody, so while we are waiting in lobby to get into map number 2, it is going to be Volsky Industries. I did just want to talk about that last map of King's Row really quickly. That was very impressive from both sides. I just got to say, I want to highlight the teamwork between the tanks and the supports, because I feel like the supports just did an amazing job getting their ultimates pretty quickly. I think I want to highlight the Moiras doing a lot of damage or doing a lot of healing to get that ult really quickly, and then just popping Coalescence to really turn fights. And then for the bigger ones, just like the combos, the absolutely huge, I would say Deadeyes, the Earth Shatters, as well as both sides. I really from Hunting and Zoom their play on Junkrat. I want to highlight that. do want to forget who played Junkrat on the other side, but it was pretty impressive. So just continuing with that, we are going to see, like I said, both sides are just taking a quick break and getting into it. So Volskaya Industry, we are going to be going into an assault map. It's going to be 2 CP, so just need to capture both control points. And so we're going to see, I want to see exactly what they run. I'm really excited to see if we see, really excited to see if we're going to be having a Sombra come in from either the offense or the defense. It should be pretty impactful. But we're just going to have to see exactly what goes down. And so, like I said, the Falcons are up 1-0, and so they're going to be, taking this best of 4 with an early lead. But right now, both games, the game has been really close back and forth. So looks like everyone is in the lobby, so we're going to be getting started very soon. And for all of you just joining, this is an EGFH Scrim night between the Tigers and the Falcons. The Falcons took Kings Row in overtime over them, the Tigers, and so they're up 1-0. We're going to be getting into Volskaya Industries in 1 second. And so after that, we'll be, I'm going to just cut it to a quick break as I make sure I check in with the lobby and get everything situated. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with Volskaya Industries. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to EGFH Scrims. This is Alex Flabbyman Bylina, and we're going to be getting into Volskaya Industries. Right now it is 1-0 for the Falcons as they took down the Tigers on Kings Row. And so we're going to be going to, like I said, Volskaya Industries. This is an assault map, so it is 2 control point. I'm really excited to see what kind of defense the defensive setup we have on the very first point, just because we've seen some interesting setups from both these teams so far, neither really valuing high ground as much as I would normally just come to expect, but I do hope to see some pretty good plays out of both of them. So normally, like on the high ground, you'd want to be set up around depending on what setup you have, around here. You want to have potentially some sight lines right down here as you just get everyone situated, have some tanks ready for a dive that comes in, and so you can allow them to kind of get close to the point, but as they are, you're just kind of poking them down, and then as soon as they do, you just have either Winston or Diva fly down, stop it, while your DPS just continues to just go bonkers and try and kill them. So My wish is granted. We are going to
Be
see
right back.
Meep on
See you
the
later.
Sombra, and so I'm
Here I
really
am.
excited to see, how the changes are going to be effective with this. So we do see,
5,
as
4,
the countdown gets started,
3, 2,
we're
1.
going to see exactly what
Attackers
the
incoming.
Falcons have to
Defend
offer as they push
objective
in.
A.
So starting with a Reaper, not really expecting that, but they're going to not meet any resistance as they move in until they find him. Tormain way out of position compared to the rest of his team, and so Lyneth is just going to keep taking people down, and I expect him to just keep rolling because nobody's going to be stopping this Reaper except for potentially hunting. And so unless they get a really good pick on him, he's just going to keep dealing a lot of DPS, burning through all the players, just like we see that right here, as everyone just gets taken down very quickly. And that was an incredibly fast first point take. And so we're going to see Fruity Memes already have Coalescence again. Every single time we talk about this person, first point has Coalescence ready to roll. And so him and Lyneth going to have very early ultimates compared to the rest of the enemy team. And so when they really roll in here, we're going to see them speed boost either up, straight up, and they're going to meet Tormain again. He needs to back off because he was out of position last time. Finally does get that jump away. So, there it is, Coalescence comes out, and I want to see Lyneth. He got his ultimate now. He's going to stand on the point and start blowing people up. Go down to flight. Lord Moonman comes in with a very clutch transcendence to try and stall the point, but that's not going to be enough. As with everyone coming in, they don't have enough people to stop it. The only thing they have is Penny can just drop the bomb on it, and Steve does stop everything from stop his entire team from blowing up, but right now Lyneth is still just taking people out. So knowing that there's going to be a Sombra on the enemy team, just being able to just pump out shots with this Hellfire shotguns is really important. I don't like Tormain trying to take a fight with him, just feeding ultimate charge as the Feral Monkey, but they're going to have to back off. It was pretty good hold, dropping the giant hack on everybody, Tormain popping the Feral Monkey, and starting it off with Penny dropping his self-destruct to force everyone behind Steve's shield. And so once again, we're going to see Steve, Fruity Memes, another Coalescence, and so boost him up, get a giant beat drop. I didn't mean beat drop, I just meant speed boost into a hammer drop. And, they don't even need any of that stuff. They don't need any of that. He's going to stand here, defend the point, and probably ultimate anybody that comes out. It's exactly what we see. Feel pretty bad for Moonman, but ends up taking Chronic out at the very end too. But great job by him, presence of mind to make sure he goes to the spawn to camp anybody coming out. And that was just a used beat drop, and Lyneth, not even needing of a nano boosted ultimate from the Reaper to really continue that push. They just took everyone out. They didn't have the defensive matrix to stop the ultimate from going through and wiping everyone out, so, or any of the other support ults that would have helped, like Transcendence, as that was popped the very last fight. So we're gonna see a 5-minute 16-second take, or left to take, and so they're gonna have a lot of time on overtime if they need it. So if this is gonna look anything like King's Row, we know exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna see the Tigers come storming in, also get both points, and then the overtime is really what's gonna decide it, where they switch up the comps and see exactly what's gonna happen. And so we're gonna take a really quick pause to as Tormain DCs, and so just we're going to see exactly what's going on, and just give us 1 second and we'll be back. So I just want to let everybody know that was a Wi-Fi issue. He Wi-Fi dropped, but he should be coming back in soon. So we'll just get back into the game as soon as that's ready, but we are going to take a quick break as everything does get situated. with everybody back, we are finally back in the game. He did get that reconnect in, and so Tormain is back on that Winston one more time. And so we're going to see a Genji coming out. So a Genji Tracer, it looks like they're going to be going for a pretty heavy dive. And with
Attackers
the Orisa
incoming in
Roadhog
30 seconds.
and Reaper, they're going to have a unless they get to Glacier and Fruity memes, like Zoom can just stun and then, you know, potentially just get a quick kill on whoever dives him, and then you're not going to really take down Linnet that fast, as he's just going to heal up and deal a significant amount of damage on, you know, to anybody going after him, especially those tanks.
5,
Excuse
4,
me. So
3,
Linnet
2,
does get positioned up there. We're going to see exactly
Attackers
if they
incoming.
scout him or what they're going to do about it. He's crouched right now, so finds Tormain. He's going to see him and just fall back, and so with that, they're going to have a very forward hold, and I kind of like this from the Orisa team, is they can just keep putting down a shield, go for hook combos to try and pick people off, but if we see the dive come in really good, and dive does not matter, as hunting is backcapping, and that's really, really important with Meep, and they're already behind them all, and they're already getting one, like I said, finding the way to the supports, but they're doing a really good job. Meep right now is going absolutely insane, getting everybody he needs to. Only person left is Linnet, and so he's already way too low to keep fighting, and so they take him down. He does get a lot of ultimate charge. Both Hunting and Meep are going to have their ultimates very soon, and I feel like if they get that pick, it's going to be very impressive. So Penny takes a quick ST to get back into his mech as fast as he can for this next push, and so I feel like that was just such a great job by both Meep and Hunting to backcap, force some confusion, and then just go after the back line, taking down the supports. And so once again, we see that from both of them. And so they do get scouted this time, but you know, with their ultimates coming up, it's going to be very hard to see exactly how they're going to get stopped. So once again, going after this back line, Glacier's not going to be lucky, and so Linnet does take down two, though. You do see the Dragon Blade, and is not able to take down the Mercy. Oh, to get stunned right before he gets one more swing, and that is absolutely huge. One more stagger coming out. What an impressive hold. Linnet with the great ultimate to take down both Tormain and Chronic before they're able to pop their ultimates. Chronic didn't have his, and so, you know, that would have really helped them. And that's really going to stop this push, as now Fruity Memes has Valk, Zoom has his Deadeye, and they're going to be able to set up shop on a great forward-holding defense. And, you know, with only Self-Destruct and the Feral Rage, until they get Transcendence or the Beat Drop, it's not really going to be able to be something they can push into. And so they're kind of just hanging out up there and I think waiting. I don't mind them continuing to poke from the Falcon side, as, you know, the poke is going to help build up the ultimate on both Glacier and Linnet, while both the, you know, supports already have their ultimates basically, so they're not really doing anything bad by letting them charge up on that. Hunting does switch off. So does Meep. I kind of would have liked to see the Genji stay, just because I feel like he had a pretty good job with it, but I think just trying to do the poke game, I don't really know how that's going to work when you have both Glacier and Fruity Memes being able to do some solid healing on anybody who comes up, but they are still, like I said, a pretty forward position, and, you know, with their own Orisa, they do with a quick pick, and I was really sad to see that. Way more ultimates coming out, and so with that, we're going to see if the Tigers are able to take them out. And we do see Hunting is going absolutely crazy, his aim is on fire right now. Linnet does take him down. He knows who he needs to go after to make sure this push stops, and now is just going to keep going, finish off Mooman one more time, and so Meep's just going to have to, you know, get out, because once again has his ultimate, and that's going to be able to stop any push that comes in. I thought they did a great job on the initial pushes to take him out, but right now they need to take some poke and let Fruity Memes heal that up. I know Meep wants to get to his ultimate, so he's going to keep shooting, you know, some grenades over, but unless the pipe bombs actually, you know, turn into an actual kill, it's just going to help the wow. And as I'm talking about Mercy getting her ult, they get two absolutely huge picks, and so that's just going to stall this push even more. And once again, very impressive job by them to be able to get these picks, you know, taken out. And so I think Hunting really just wants this visor, and the problem is Glacier's going to be able to heal through any damage that Hunting does. So want to see exactly what they have. Chronic is nowhere near his beat drop for the defensive ultimate side of things, and they're kind of just stalling and waiting, figuring out exactly what's going on. Hunting going to the side to get some good sight lines, and they all go to the side. I like this, moving in as a team, although it looked like Mooman was left behind, and so Meep's ultimate does get stopped. It gets nothing from it. He's not able to take down the flying Mercy, and so another ultimate comes out from Zoom, and so does take down Hunting right when I get to it pretty late. But we're gonna see Torbman just continue to try and pick people off as he gets pushed up front. Sorry, I missed that again. Linnet does take down 2 people. I was expecting more of a push from these people, and so I thought they were still in the fight. But a different angle they're trying to go for is they're trying to catch the people who pushed out way too far to try and get those picks and staggers. And so Fruity Memes and Glacier both have their Spoiler ultimates up, so although Hunting has his tack visor and Torbman has his whole hog, I don't know what kind of work that's going to do, and I don't like Torbman just kind of shooting through up there. He already has his ultimate. There's no need to do some like minimal poke damage. You want to try and go for a hook play, and hook play I was just talking about, Schnark does exactly that, as now they're able to push out again, probably get a couple more staggers if they feel like it. And so Zoom is building up his ultimate really quickly right here. He probably wants to do the same, and I don't know why they're kind of pushing so far forward when they know that they're down right now. I feel like they just need to kind of fall back, wait to fully regroup, because they know that the Falcons are playing so far forward, and Zoom gets picked off jumping around up top by Mooman, but with a Mercy on your side, he's going to get ulted and brought back resurrected. And an interesting ultimate drop by Penny. They're not moving in on it, so I don't know why they want to do that. But Zoom drops another ultimate, and he's going to get 3 people. One of them was the ultimate that he got, and so they're going to have to just fall back. We see a Hunting way too deep to do anything. Does know he needs to just take a quick suicide to reset, because he was way out of position, and any stall like that would have just been very, very bad for them. And so Zoom with the huge Riptire, 1 ultimate to kill 3 people, stop Orissa's ultimate, and stop an entire push from happening. I think they're just doing a really good job right now. And so Mooman switches over to a Moira at the very end here. I feel like they want to get the Coalescence out, because he does build that up pretty quickly. So both ultimates come out. We see Hunting with his tack visor not getting anything done, and so Zoom does end up taking down 1. You see Linnet with 2 does not get 3 and is taken down by Chronic Dart, really helped out by Hunting there, doing most of the damage. They really need to take out this Valkyrie Mercy, but that's not happening right now, as she's just still flying around healing and damage boosting everyone. And with that, they're going to be able to take everybody out one more time. Hunting and crew are going to need to fall back. Gets picked off one more time by Schnark and company. And so with that, they're just not in a good place right now. 13 seconds left. 0 ultimates to push onto the point. Oh, there's 0 defensive ultimates too. It just looks like they can't take down Linnet. And with Mooman going down the Glacier, that looks like it's going to be the end. I don't see them taking down the very last point. And so, with that, it's just going to be a quick cleanup on the point, and that's going to be it. Great job. I think I want to highlight Linnet here. He did an absolutely fantastic job on this Reaper, taking down multiple people each time to stop the push. And so we're probably going to see Zoom's Riptire, because that was pretty impressive. But no, we see Meep as Genji. I think it's going to be on the first point where he just went absolutely savage on everybody. And so
Double kill.
So with that, I'll let the play speak for itself. Did a great job on Genji to help, get a first quick cap on that point going to the back line. And so we're going to be taking a quick break as we get into the next map. We are going to have Oasis. And so we're going to be getting into that control map very soon. But, I just want to say that the Falcons 2-0 once again showing up and really doing a great job on Volskaya. I was expecting a little bit more of an offense from the Tigers, but they just weren't able to put it together as Lineth just kept shutting them down. So just a really, really fantastic job, by the defensive side of things, which normally has been something that they haven't been able to do super well to stop, but it did go really well for them. And so with that, we're going to take a quick break as we get into the next map. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another match of the EGFH Scrim. Once again, my name is Alex, and I will be casting this third match between the Falcons and the Tigers. Right now, the Falcons are up 2-0, did a pretty phenomenal job. Both teams are doing a pretty good job on offense, but right now, the defensive hold that the Falcons have been able to put together has kind of showcased why they are up 2-0 right now, because just like specific picks, I feel like this Reaper pick right here, Lineth has been doing a fantastic job. And as I say that, he switches off to Genji, which he's also pretty proficient at. But him playing Reaper on the last couple maps has really helped solidify any holes in their defense that were pretty apparent before, and they've been really doing a good job of grouping up together and knowing when to push, when to go in, and when they can push even farther after getting a pick, how far that they can exactly take it to stagger their opponents. But as I say that, we're going to see a pretty classic dive from both sides. And so the only difference is between Fruity Memes and Moonman, one going for the Moira, one going for the Zen. So I'm going to see exactly how this plays off. I want to see where they go, but both having the speed boost in, and so I think it's going to be a battle of the who gets the supports first. And so we're going to see a difference. One goes straight to the point, one goes to the high ground. I always do prefer the high ground, is see Lineth be able to go to the back, and he's going right there for Moonman. Full dive committed, and they are able to get both Reeves and Moonman, but Chronic Dark gets back, and Torpman, they keep trading back and forth, and with that, Lineth does get taken down, but Steve's just going to have to stand in here, kind of trying to zap as many people as he can. Really needs to switch over to Penny, and he was way lower than, just take down the baby diva. There they go, they do take him down, and so with 4 people on the point, they're going to be able to take down Torpman as well. So great job, kind of on their target selection, even after getting pushed back by, I would say Penny and Torpman did a fantastic job, kind of turning that fight after losing some of their supports, and taking down a lot of the damage dealers on the side of the Falcons. So their setup right now is just kind of on the high ground, and they don't really have anything too set, but we're going to see a huge fight as the Tigers go up there to contest, and so we're going to see just nothing, no picks yet, but a giant boot from Glacier takes Moonman off the side, and so once again, it's just a couple picks back and forth. A giant ultimate from Lineth. Let's see exactly what he can get. Gets one already. He's going to get a second one, and with that, they're going to hold on the point. And so, great job by him popping back to really just secure the fight, get more percentage as it ticks up. The thing that they're going to have to worry about is I don't know if that was the best, because all of the Tigers are going to be coming in really soon, and Penny does respawn with the self-destruct, so Bacon Pie respawns just now, not self-destruct. He's going to need to come back fairly quickly. So Neeb comes in, gets one already, has to fall back to get the health pack, and so isn't going to be able to take anybody else out, but taking down Lyneth and Fruity Memes at the very beginning is great. Steve popped his ultimate. I don't like that because nobody else followed up with it to follow suit. I would rather have him see him hold that and just fall back for the next point. So using 2 ultimates for that was kind of expected to be able to take it, and so you know, kind of having the presence of mind to not pop ultimates from Fruity Meme I think was important, and so we're gonna have to see them group up and take another push down here. No offensive ultimates, only the support ultimates, so it's gonna be a real, you know, they're going to have to see exactly what kind of aim and everything comes out of both Lyneth and Zoom, and how fast they can make these supports pop their ultimate. As they go down on the point, they need to have somebody come down to test it. They do, and the heat drop comes out, and I want to see if exactly the coalescence, if and when that gets popped for the team. So that's not happening yet as more people get taken down. Bacon Pie goes down, except Lyneth and Fruity Memes come back, both with kills for their own, and is doing a great job just staying alive, just dishing out the damage, but getting way too low. And with that, Lyneth does pop his Dragon Blade, is taking down multiple people after they are all getting really low, but Torbmain just stays there and zaps him, and they're not going to be able to take this point. But as I say that, it's going to be a battle between Hunting and Zoom, but more of the side of Falcons come in to start fighting, and so we see an ultimate from both Neeb and Moonman to be able to take back the point before it gets capped, and that's really, really important because it was so close, and now they're just staggering in. He does get one pick off, but that's not going to be good. I think he needs to fall back before he gets taken down, and that's exactly what happens. And so they just all group up together and try another push because it's already 72%. They need to work together. They do have a lot of ultimates to work with, but this is getting pretty hectic. If Winston and D.Va just combine to keep everyone off the point, this could be very important. So Steve's going to need to do a great job putting a bubble down on the D.Va bomb, or else I feel like it's going to be a really, really dangerous thing to, you know, I don't know if they're going to be able to cap it. So you see the goal get on the point really quickly, and Steve just dives straight in, popping his throw monkey to push people off. Oh, if he keeps going, you're going to get everybody, and he does, but in return, Torbmain pops his own ultimate. And so right now, a lot of ultimates being popped. Steve getting key pickoffs, getting stuck, but still alive. Does a great job. Penny does get one, gets 2, taking people out, and Torbmain does clean up the fight. And for all the heroics that Steve put in, they are going to get cleaned up, and that is going to be a first point for the Tigers. Wow, what a great job by them. They lost the point early, but being able to come back and turn everything around, very, very impressive. And as I highlighted, Steve going bonkers with the Feral Monkey, but not able to convert the win from the team as Torbmain popped his own ultimate along with Hunting, you know, sticking Steve to really take him down, and then from there, Penny just dropped the D.Va bomb on point, and nothing could be done. So with that, we're going to be getting into the next point, and so I'm expecting to see a Pharah out of both these teams, but as we're getting into the time, we're not going to see a Pharah from either team. We're going to see again full dive from both these teams. The only difference between Moonman and Fruity Memes. And so we're going to see exactly how it's going to work out. Are the Falcons going to be able to turn it around and get some revenge and force it to a third map? And a really quick pick from Lyneth. Great job diving in. I think Torbmain's going a little bit too deep each time that we have eyes on him. And so just more trades back and forth. And with that, really looks like the Falcons coming out on top. Lyneth just going in, getting a health pack, and hanging out on the high ground, trying to see exactly what's going on, scouting where people are coming in from, and going to be able to take them out. I was expecting to dash through, but just needed the shurikens. So, taking early control. Great job. I feel like I've said this, can't say this enough. Coalescence already out for Fruity Memes. This man on Moira is getting Coalescence so often. Like, he could just pop it and then get it already. Do the as soon as you have it, pop it kind of tactic. And so I heard that was coined from Defran because he just gets his ultimate so fast on the offensive players. But right now, Fruity Memes doing a wonderful job long as he doesn't get taken out, he's going to have it. So
My will made real.
really surprised that he doesn't do anything. But even though Torpmane does take him out, they just don't have anybody to follow up with that. So Torpmane's just going to have to run away. And Lyneth is going to try and just put in some damage to him, but to no avail. So they're just hanging back. I want to see him fall back.
Is ready to be unleashed.
Because we see ultimates from basically everybody. Glacier popping the sound barrier is going to be key against Meep's ultimate, and so as long as they can do that, and once again, Mooman having Transcendence against the blade is going to be key as well. So we'll see exactly what happens. And so they're diving for him, but Lyneth gets pretty low and gets taken out before he can do anything, and so Meep pops his ultimate, gets 2, no beat drop, gets 3. Only the Diva on point left and gets taken out of the form. It's going to get quickly taken out. And with that, they're going to switch the point over very quickly. Really amazing job popping their ultimates on both the Hunting and Meep to secure the point. No need to use any support ultimates because there was nothing done because Lyneth got taken out early. His dive on Mooman stopped him from being able to do more, and so a really early self-destruct sequence coming out. I don't think that was right by Penny, and so I know that we're probably going to see another ultimate come out as soon as this Transcendence is done, but Lyneth gets taken out by Meep before he can get a health pack, so with that they're going to get stopped. They're probably going to have to fall back, once again just saving their ultimates, and so even though they lost the fight, they just need to stop trying to fight and stay alive. Just go back, regroup. You have your better ultimates now. You know Mooman popped his Transcendence to win that fight. So now Lyneth is going to be able to come through. I want to see him come through, go after the back line. They don't have much time left, and so I take that back. They have plenty of time left, and so I want to see them go back, take this fight, and then turn the point, and then just hold it to the very end. So without Transcendence, they are going to have to deal with the sound barrier, but Meep takes them out quickly. As I say that, Meep goes in there, takes down 2 people, takes down 3 people. Steve pops his ultimate, trying to take down some as the Pharaoh Monkey. Wants to see if he can push anybody off, and is able to, unless there's a dash that comes through. We do see a dash coming in, and so he gets nothing for his troubles. So we just see Penny taking down more people, and so really Meep and Hunting taking down 2 people in total together was a huge factor there, and so with that they're probably going to hold out to the very end. We have Torpmane's ult, and so Bacon Pie and Glacier have their ultimate, so if they want to beat drop in here to win this fight, they're going to need to do that very quickly. They need to group up so everyone gets the beat drop effectively, and it is overtime, so they're going to need to win this fight if they want any chance of moving into the next map. But as I say that, we do see the beat drop finally coming out, but Torpmane has not yet needed to pop his Pharaoh Monkey, and with that I'm really feeling like the Tigers are going to win this 2-0. That was such an impressive push by them on the entire side of Oasis on both maps that came through on both Library and on this point. And with that, the Tigers do come back. It is going to be 2-1 going into map number 4, so we're either going to see a tie or it's going to be gone 3-1 to the Falcons. And so Meep with the huge Genji play here. I'll let it speak for itself.
Double kill.
Nothing too flashy, just solid play right by him to earn himself that play of the game. But I agree with that 100%. Fruity Memes, give that man the upvote, because Moira and Fruity Memes just means coalescence every fight because they get that so quickly. And so with that, we're going to be taking a quick break as we get into the next match.
Route 66.
And that was a really quick break. We are going to be getting into Route 66. And as we get started here, this will be the 4th map of a best of 4 between the Falcons and the Tigers. Falcons coming out to a quick 2-0 lead, starting on Kings Row and then Volskaya Industries, really showcasing their ability to play. But the Tigers, no slouch themselves, come take a clean 2-0 victory on Oasis. So we're going to Route 66 as the final map. If it is tied, we are going to be playing Lijiang Tower as the mother of all tiebreakers. But with that, we're going to be seeing exactly what kind of compositions each team wants to run here. I do expect this Orisa Hog combo. We just set up right here on top of Big Earl. Just kind of poke them down, you know, Linus shooting down the sight lines, do a Orisa Hog combo to try and get a pull out there. Fruity Memes on the Mercy. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like a Ana on this map to stop healing
Attackers
is also just
incoming
kind of
in
better than
30
Mercy right now. So if he has the ability to play Ana, we know he has a Moira, but I want to see exactly why they want to do this. If it's just for like trying to get the res off, if they get picked off, I feel like it's not that impactful versus, you know, the nano boost and also the anti-heal that would come out from an Ana or Moira just putting out a lot of damage. So
5,
like
4,
I said, we're going to see exactly
3,
how
2,
they
1.
want to attack this
Attackers
next point.
incoming.
We're going to see hunting on Farah
Stop
and Meep
the
on
payload.
the Hanzo. So now Farah's going to have a lot of work to do, making sure he does not get taken out by Lynn and then any of the combos by immediately discorded, which is very scary because if Linus starts landing those headshots, it's just not going to be good. So
I am
trying to
empowered.
land some poke. I expect to see him try and boop off the team to get him off Big Earl because that would really do a great job. And so already we see some picks and we do see a Rez come out, but with that boop, they're going to be able to turn things around and get people off from just, you know, hanging out at the very top. But falling back right now is it looks like they were got a few, you know, few more of their people picked off. So you know, Meep's still trying to lane the damage and hunting as well. So Linus going to need to land some serious damage. He zooms really close to his ultimate right now, and if he gets that, it's not going to be good for them. He'll just probably pop that immediately and get them all off the card and stop any push that happens. So hunting is just kind of hide in the back and take people out as they keep pushing. And we already see a great ultimate by Hanzo. He's not able to pick anybody off, but does get Linus by himself, which is pretty impressive. And so Zoom, we do see him come out there. We are seeing it. Does take down Penny. Taking down a tank is very important, so we're going to see exactly what they are able to do. You know, Bacon Pie really close to his own ultimate. If they keep going on the point, he's going to be able to just pop whole hog and push everyone off. So seeing Meek and Chronic Dark, but not being able to take down either one of them. Hunting does get 2 people, but then gets taken down by a minute, and Bacon Pie just falls back to the point with his whole hog. Just kind of hanging out now with Steve as they kind of wait for more backup, but you know, Linnet needs to be careful. He likes the high ground, but without his tanks up there as a front line, it's not going to be looking good, and they're going to be just setting up here on the low ground, right where the cart is. I think that's okay. You have the health pack there to take really quickly, but you know, I do like, you know, setting up all your people on the high ground a little bit better, and you're going to see Zoom down there being able to just throw pipes down, try and build his ult back up. But Moonman does a great job being able to pick off the hog, and so taking out during the res, but oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Every ultimate gets popped right now, but to no avail as the Falcons do come out on top of that exchange. Oh my gosh. And as I say, every ult gets popped. I only meant Meep from the offense. He's the only one who popped his ult, but everybody from the defense used their ult. You saw Bongos get dropped. You saw the Deadeye come out. You saw, I believe, Transcendence also come out. And so, very good job by them. Although they do get the hold, Torb main is probably going to just, like, if you combo the damage boost from the Mercy, you probably just send Torb main up with Penny and kind of get a real push going on here. So I'm going to see exactly what their choice is as they start moving up slowly. They do pop Valkyrie. It's a really good choice. That's how you want to start this fight. Missing a little hook and needs to heal up before he goes back in. And so just kind of getting staggered right here, not really being able to push anything, and so as they see more people going in, you see Zoom pop his ultimate. Sorry, I missed it, but everyone starts getting taken down. Bacon Pie does get everything up, but with that, Hunting takes down 2, and Torbmain pops his whole hog for another 2. It's the classic when you have 2 Junkrats and you go to the wrong one, the one not ulting. Just it's an embarrassment. So that we need to work on that on my own side. But they do get the point, and so they get at the very end. But once again, I think that the Falcons are doing a great job getting on the high ground, finding a spot that they want to just kind of hold down, and so as long as Hunting doesn't kind of push him off, they're going to do a really good job as long as they stay behind a shield. But Big Pie gets a pick, and some trades go back and forth. But with the Mercy up on the Falcon side, they're going to be able to res that, and the pick on the Mercy means nothing is going to be able to happen from the Tigers, and they're going to have to fall back and wait until they have everyone grouped up for another push. So Hunting just trying to poke, get some damage out there. Ooh, I thought he was going to miss that jump again. That would have been a little sad, but just needs to build it up as most of the people on the Falcons already have theirs, and so they're going to need to just keep going. And coming in all through the right side here, I want to see exactly what kind of they do drop the shield, and so there it is. The ultimate does come out from it gets 2 people, knowing that they're going to be coming from such a short choke point of just not the smartest against the Junkrat, and then it takes another down. Zoom just continuing to get more pickoffs, and Lynn is going to push back here, expecting them to fall back, and not able to pick anybody off, but just kind of flexing on them right now, knowing that they're going to be certain places and they're doing a lot of damage. So only using 1 ultimate stop that entire push. They still have 5 other ultimates up. Zoom's going to get that back really fast, as he always has been, and so unless they're going to see a really great dragon arrow, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. So see another ultimate come out by Hunting. It's going down the bottom. Does get Glacier, which is pretty important, as the Transcendence was a great job. It was a great way to continue the fight and keep everyone healed up. See more picks coming out, and we do see Valkyrie getting popped by both Chronic and Fruity, I believe, and so it looks like the Falcons are just getting shredded right now, even though they had, they had the ultimate advantage, I thought. They just weren't able to do anything with that, and like I say, the Tigers are turning that around with their own ultimate advantage, and they're now going to be pushing into this next point. I believe as long as they hold this choke point up there where they're already spamming pipes and shots from the Roadhog, they're going to get this third one. Glacier comes out really quickly, but you see a giant dragon arrow just cutting off the entire choke point. I don't like Glacier going in first with that ultimate. I feel like he needs to, I don't know, I don't think that's the best way to try and hold that last point, as yeah, it was ticking down to overtime, but like the dragon arrow from Hanzo just shut down that entire thing. They needed to back out. The only person who could keep going was Torbmain, was Glacier, as he had the Transcendence popping, keeping him up for the entire time. So they do capture that next point. Now this is going to be the final hold. We see Steve, Fruity Memes, and Bacon Pie switch off. Glacier go to that Ana, like I said earlier, but that's going to be interesting to see exactly how that plays out, as Hunting is really close to another ultimate, and we all see what he's been able to do as Meep gets taken down or contested by Lynnet, and so we see the bongos get dropped by Orisa, and so everyone's going to get that damage boost, but does get taken down. Torbmain pops his ultimate to nothing. Lumen also drops his ultimate. Hunting comes out, pops his ultimate to no avail one more time, but they're going to keep pushing on the card as they just keep taking everyone down slowly but surely. So we see another ultimate come out from Zoom, take down Meep, but that's not stopping the cart from being pushed right now. Both Penny and Chronic Dark were on that. Moonman's just hanging out right behind him, and Hunting is just there. They're continuing to get the push on the cart, and unless they're able to get a stop, they're not going to stop anything. Fruity Meme's trying to stop it. Zoom coming in, and they're getting pincered from behind. He did a great job, but a Dragon Arrow comes out, but not in the right places. They kind of pincer from behind. And with that pincer, it looks like they are going to be able to hold for the final 10 seconds, as Torbmain's the only one left who can really stay on the cart. But like I say that, Torbmain gets 2 pickoffs, and Lynnet doesn't realize the cart's getting put. I don't like that. Don't pull the man onto the cart. What are you doing, Torbmain? You want to keep him off there. They finally see Zoom switches to a nice pull. Steve switches on the Doomfist, but to no avail. Gets taken out really quickly. The extra, reload speed on his attack's not going to do anything. He drops his ultimate, but nothing's going to happen again. Lyneth pops his ultimate, tries to stop more people, gets nobody after the initial pickoff, so looks like he's going to be going down to Moonman, and that is exactly what happens. Steve looks like he's trying to take more people out, so trying to take him out, does take one out, but he's just jumping around and doing a really good job. Oh my gosh, Steve, he's really holding this point down right now. He is the only reason. Oh my gosh, Jim also, freezes me. Steve is just bouncing around everywhere. They can't finally pick him off. And Meteor Strike, that's probably going to end this, as they can't stay on the point, and that's exactly what happens. Steve's antics absolutely saved them on that point. Steve and Zoom, heroes, I gotta say that. So what an impressive hold at the very end. Holy smokes. I feel like they may have been able to get the full push if, oh man, I think that was a small misplay by Tormain pulling Lyneth onto the point to try and get the kill when he wasn't on there, and I don't know. So maybe maybe Zoom could have gotten there in time with May, but that seemed like a small blunder from them. That was a great opportunity to get a full push, and so now they're gonna need to get a full push on their own side of things to see exactly what's gonna happen. If they want to take the victory, they're gonna need to get basically an entire push, all 3 points. Wow, this series has been absolutely spectacular. And it could end up in a 2-2 tie, and we have to play one more map. So, I mean, more Overwatch, that's what I'm looking for. Both these teams are showing some pretty impressive play on both sides, and we're going to see Meep on his Sombra on the defense. So, we're going to see exactly how that plays out. Zoom is going to have awesome sight lines. You don't see any shields coming up except for Tormain's Winston, potentially going to get eaten up by a defense matrix, but this man right here, if he's going to stick on this Widowmaker and land his shots,
justice ain't going to dispense itself.
I take everything back what I said. He's going to be on the McCree, and if he sticks on that, it's going to still, if he lands his shots, it's going to be the same thing, but just not the same as a Widow, who has the one-shot potential if you're getting those headshots fully charged. So as we see this setup, I do want to see exactly where Tormain goes.
4, 3,
so we're going to see this push from
1. Attackers incoming.
We're going to see a solid offensive showing, but I want to see exactly what Meep does.
Don't mind me.
Does a quick hack, and so goes. I think he's just going to be hanging back to see exactly, when somebody comes in, he's going to hack them, and then they're going to pick him off by that way. And they do now know that there's going to be a Sombra. They spotted them out, Lyneth did. And so, Lyneth going to the back. I don't know why
I am ready.
Lucio jumped in, but it's ended up working. Trying to take down Moonman, not working. Hunting, just going absolutely bonkers, getting 2 picks as Meep gets a 3rd. So they're going to be able to take everybody out. And so, even though Chronic Dark jumped in to help with the fight, I feel like that could have been dangerous, especially if Lyneth had been able to take out both Moonman because Chronic wasn't there to protect. So a lot of ultimate charge being built up. Once again, it's all about the defense right now. Anybody who's able to get some solid holds is kind of who's been winning these fights, and so both teams definitely have solid players to be able to land their shots on offense. It's just who works better together on the defensive side. We do see a dive come in, but it's not going to be a full one as Hunting goes after Glacier, but it's taken down by him, not able to get it picked off, and so they're going to try and push the card if they are behind, but Lyneth trying to pick some people off, but as I say that, his entire team is getting picked off. He's going to need to fall back because he's about to go down, and like I say, that Tormain just zaps him down, so as you see it, a couple pickoffs back and forth, but the stagger is really the story right here, and so oh boy, that was interesting to say the least.
I'm out of here.
I gotta highlight Tormain. I've said he's been out of position and not with his team for a decent amount of the other matches, but he's doing a wonderful job picking people off and keeping people down and really going after Lyneth. That's his job, and he does it really well. And Penny
Always
already
leave
going
yourself a
down,
back
or sorry, Penny taking down Zoom, which is really important as the damage dealer, and so kind of just
Initiate.
hanging out. Tortman does pop his monkey, going in to the entire back line, trying to get some picks, but not getting anything. He gets to fall back before he dies. And, oh my gosh, so low, but Linnet does take him down. I think that's gonna be go time. He's gonna pop his Dragon Blade and come right back. He needs to take down the Sombra before he gets hacked, and just like that, no ultimate from him. They're going to need to fall back. Steve pops his own monkey, but with another hack, he's going to go down with no healing. Oh my gosh, that was an insane play by me, stopping everything from happening. You know, any potential play with that ultimate just gets stopped. And this Sombra is being played so well right now. Every attack, the first person who comes in gets hacked. They have no way to do anything, and then they're just focusing that person. I think that's a great job by them to be able to focus fire every person who comes in that gets hacked.
I'm out of here.
It was a full
My ultimate is
1,000 hit point
charging.
Winston, who just got instantly shredded because he had no bubble, no heals, and then no jump to get out. And so looks like he's going to be going into the back line to see just a little bit of scouting, and so sees what's going on. You know, does get the hack off, but
remaining.
he's be hanging out, and we do see a bomb too shallow to get on top of Big Earl and really destruct where the Tigers were playing from. And so another ultimate coming out, so does get one, but you know, a little late on the Tortman forcing out the ultimate from Glacier, and so with that, Lynn pops his own ultimate, not be able to pick anybody else off yet, but pushes everyone else off the point, gets one at the very end, so looks like they're going to get a hold? No, they finally get on the cart, they're going to be pushing, and so Meep does get taken down, staggered pretty badly, and just like the Tigers when they were pushing, they had to do it in overtime to get this point. So, oh, they do come in. I thought they were going to get it all the way to the end. They didn't have time to come back, but as I say that, they are. They're going to be, you know, contesting the point right now. And a lot of kills going back and forth. Nobody's using their ultimate right now. And as I say that, Barrel Monkey does get popped by Steve, doing a lot of work. Two people. Another ultimate comes out. Diva Bomb comes out. Does get Chronic Dark, and with that, they are going to be able to stop Tortman from doing anything because he tries to knock people off the card. But Meep just an ult at the very end to try and stop him. But you know, that's not going to change as they had a 3v1 against Tortman. So, getting the time on the clock, very important. Finalizing that push on the offense, and so
This is my will.
hiding behind the card as they get the push off, and so we see a Congo line as they all are just hiding. As Lynn is the only one out there poking back and forth as they're going in, and Glacier gets a huge pick off on Moonman. That's absolutely insane. And as I say that, Zoom gets taken down by Hunting. The full dive goes on. They're all the way back there. They're in the back line. And as I say that, Tortman gets taken down by Lyneth, going a little bit too deep, and Steve does take down Penny, and so they're gonna need to fall back. There's gonna need to be a full hold as Meep takes down more people. Steve and company are gonna need to fall back as they just need to kind of regroup as they have the numbers. And I say that, but that's not the case. They have the numbers advantage as the Tigers were just out of position, getting picked off kind of a little left and right. So I'm going to see, you know, they're moving up to try and get a better, you know, forward position to stop anybody from coming out. But as I say that, Lyneth gets a couple more pickoffs, and with that, he's going to have his ultimate. He probably can just jump up there, and that's exactly what happens. He goes in there. Not able to get anything because the beat drop happens, and so with the beat drop, they're going to be able to protect everybody, keep them all up, and so we see Meep on his own Genji. We're expecting to see a blade out of him very soon as Linda doesn't fall back. Meep and him go toe-to-toe, but not able to get anybody. Hunting and Penny both take people down, and so as I'm trying to follow what what Lyneth was doing, they do finally get a full hold, and like I said, Meep is going to have his blade really soon, and so if Meep goes right through there where he knows everyone's going to be coming through with Hunting and Tortman, he's probably going to get a couple resets and pick people off. So, only 30 seconds left. You see a Diva Bomb and a Coalescence coming out from the Falcons, and that's what they need to push this point. The Tigers doing a wonderful job holding. And there's the Diva Bomb. Great job, takes down both supports. That is absolutely huge. Glacier pops his ultimate to try and push the point. I think that was a little preemptive. As it didn't look like they were getting any damage now. And as I say that, they're going to be pushing down. Meep, don't go for any heroics. Just save your ultimate. No need to do anything rash. And he does that exactly that. Save it. Wait on this very last point. You only have 1:30 left to defend. But wow. That Diva Bomb. Bacon Pie taking down Mooman and Chronic to stop any of the heals from coming through. And then from there, it was just a really simple cleanup. Very poised by the Tigers to not burn any ultimates after they knew that fight was lost. That's very impressive. Glacier, like I said, going in and just instantly ulting on the cart, I guess make sure that they won that fight, but that's going to be easy. Meep going in with his ultimate. It does get one person, and is slicing away, but not able to get anybody else yet. And so they're going to have to fall back, it looks like, as Penny takes another one down. And so I'd say just keep falling back, even though they're chasing. Don't let anything else happen. Just fall back.
My ultimate is charging.
Expect a giant push coming in. So I want to see now the Tigers, after they pushed out a little bit, try and did a little spawn camping, a little staggering, fall back, get position on the defense, and really set up because you have the feed drop, and that's going to be really important.
My ultimate is charging.
You see Lyneth with his blade, so like I said, he's going to be having that. Goes out, tries to go straight for Mooman, Zoom and Hunting both land their pulse bombs. Lyneth gets one, but like I said, that's not going to be enough as they're kind of just going back and forth. And so they need to get on that cart, start pushing it, but Hunting gets taken down by Lyneth. So they're going to have to push the cart all the way to the very end. We see Torvmane and Penny and Chronic Dark have their ultimates. That's going to be a lot to defend this last point with, because they know they're all going to be up at the same time. And like I say that, we do see the ultimate coming, gets nobody, but pushes everyone off the cart. And Bacon Pie, I thought that was behind the pillar, but it actually wasn't. Gets two people with it. Another ultimate coming out. Meep trying to take some people out. It's two! Giant slash by Meep, except Fruity Meep's taken down now, and Torpane's the only one left on the turret, on the point to try and stop it. Hunting goes in. They're going to need some giant stalls. Chronic does pop his drop the beat to help with the stall here, and as long as they can stall to get more people on the cart, and like I said, that Meep's right here. He's coming in hot with his Doomfist, and as long as he stays on the cart and is able to hold people, that's going to be a game changer. So even though Transcendence being popped, that should keep people healed, but unless they kill people, and oh my gosh, Zoom takes down Meep. I thought he was doing such a wonderful job, disrupting the fight and keeping everyone down, and as they say that, it looks like the Tigers are really turning this. Falcons are doing everything in their power to turn it. Steve's coming in, they got their own Doomfist to try and take people down, but I think the spawn advantage is just really gonna, have the advantage. We see another giant bomb, except nobody dies from it. Great job going around, but they keep trying to touch the cart really quickly. Lyneth with another blade. If he can take some people out and really keep pushing, they're going to be able to, finally take the hold. They get two people, except there's still way too many people left, and they're not able to stop anything. Beat drop for the offense as they keep trying to push, but they're not able to get enough kills fast enough to actually get a hold. Like I said, another beat drop comes out for the defense. We are going to spectate exactly what Meep's doing, disrupting the entire thing. Unless they get on that point, they're going to be pushed off. So we do see Lucio just kind of hanging out in the back, but as soon as he gets his ultimate, he's going to just pop it down right on the point. They're going to fall back. So we see him get it, and he's going to just Meteor Strike right on the point. Gets two people, pushing more people off the cart, and just like that, that looks like it's going to be the game. I'm calling it right now. Wow, what a hold by the Tigers. That's going to be 2-2, coming back from a 2-0 deficit, and now that means it's tied. We're going to map number 5. It's going to be Lijiang Tower. What an intense series we have so far. This is the first time it's gone the full distance since the first two scrims. And so we're going to see Zoom's, this great two-man Riptire. Solid. Just going to be throwing some extra pipes down there. Gets an extra kill, but wow. These fights have been absolutely insane. I don't know what's going to happen on Lijiang Tower, but if we've seen anything if we can take anything from what's happened on the last control point, this may be the Tigers to come back from an 0-2 to a full reverse sweep. So just give me one quick second as we get into the lobby to switch things up. You are watching EGFH Scrims. This is the Falcons versus the Tigers. Everything's tied up 2-2, and we're going to Lijiang Tower. Lijiang Tower. This is going to be the tiebreaker map for tonight's scrim. It is tied 2-2. The Falcons and the Tigers have been going back and forth. Falcons came out to a quick 2-0 lead. I thought it could have ended, but the Tigers rallied on both, putting kind of a clinic on the control map. Oasis getting a quick 2-0, and then that last map, Route 66, holy smokes, trying to push the card at the very end, the stalls that were coming out, all of the ultimates, the switches to Doomfist, both teams had him, and he was so disruptive, it was absolutely amazing. So as we see this, we are going to see both teams just prep for the first point, and I'm expecting full dive from both sides, potentially the only difference is going to be between Fruity Memes and Mooman. If we're going to see similar things as a potential Moira and a potential
Five,
wow,
four,
I can't think of what
three,
this person's
2,
character is.
1. Round 1. Capture.
It's okay
the
though,
objective.
because he does a good job.
Turn it up.
And Zenyatta is the name of that character, and see both teams just getting ready, going two different sides. It's the first time I've really ever seen this. One going through the inside, one going through the outside. So we're going to see a pretty impactful fight. We're going to keep it here as Schnark does come from the outside, and full dive comes in. Schnark takes down one, Steve takes out another. And it's going to be a really important fight for the Falcons. Everyone getting kills, nobody getting taken down. Linnet chiming in for his own couple, and as I say that, Zoom does get taken down, but Linnet with another, and just showing off a little bit right there. I like that. And so, really close to his, building a percentage really quickly, just continuing to poke down. And so, what an impressive play. Going from the inside, then going around, getting the full dive, just jumping right to the back line, and already at 75%. We are going to see Hunting trying to go to the back line, but Zoom, great job. Gets the stun off and the instant headshot, except right now Kenny is turning it around, but Linnet's getting more pickoffs, and if he doesn't get us on this health pack, Zoom stays alive, getting more people, and if he needs to, he'll pop his ultimate and start killing people, but he's just going to, do the good old-fashioned way with left clicks and right clicks, and so, he's just going to be hanging out up top, trying to do more poke damage. I don't want to see him kind of throw anymore, because he already has his ultimate. Just don't give the ultimate to the enemy team supports, as that's going to be the best counter to what you have to offer, and so, unless you're going to be diving. And so Neep goes in directly, trying to get the pick off, but nothing happens, and Linus takes his own. And right now, neither team is getting anything with their Dragon Blade until the very end, with Linus takes down Neep. You know, more ultimates getting popped on the point by the Falcons to just hold them off, and they can do that as they have the advantage. And you know, right now, Neep switching and Torbman and hunting with Penny, the only ones having ultimates on the Tiger side to try and get in this. And this is the exact opposite of what we saw on the first control point. The Tigers did clean 2-0 that one, even though there were some serious fights in the middle. You know, you have to give it to them. They are, the Falcons are just out here ready to play, taking the first advantage of the fight, and just rolling with it. And as I say that, we're getting some trades back and forth, both players losing their Lucio, and that's not good for either teams. That speed up and just group heals, and you know, see Zoom and Lineth going at it. Torbman trying to take down the Genji, but Lineth does get away and Zoom does take him down. So we're going to keep seeing this, you know, already overtime already popping. He starts hunting down more people. We're going to see more people. Takes down Penny before the self-destruct, before he can get back into his mech, and the self-destruct gets absolutely nothing. They're just going to take down Chronic Dark and the jumping in Monkey to hold this point. And as I say that, Meep comes in, we got more people staggering in, but as long as they have all the people on the point, that's all they're going to need. And they do get taken down. I don't think they're going to be able to stop anybody. And just like that, Mooman does not get in there in time. Wow. What an absolute monster play by Lineth and Zoom. Teaming up, staying alive, and then turning that fight to you know, contribute to the final stop in overtime. So Lineth is getting just zapped down by Torbman. Torbman did a great job sticking to him as the win stings. That's what you want to do. But then Zoom just was able to take him out as Lineth dashed away. So I'm expecting to see just more dive. But Chronic, wow, getting off the Lucio and going to a Genji as Meep goes to Lucio. Meep is the god. We've seen him. This man is the boot master. We've seen it here before. I expect to see him go absolutely insane. We're going to stay on his POV really quickly as we see him just movement, solid movement to really quickly get into the point, using the wall to stay fast. And so, no boops yet, but looking for it clearly as he is going deep. So just gets one, starts taking people out. We're seeing an offensive Lucio here. I'm calling it right now. The Tigers are going to be taking this point. Neep on Lucio are good signs. Oh my gosh, 3 headshots. Absolutely destroys Schnark with his blaster right here. So I don't even think Lineth's going to be able to stop him. And like I said, that Lineth not able to stop him. Neep, this man is here to play. When he gets off any DPS player, you know it's for a good reason. Switching on to Lucio and showing a good reason why. This man right here holding down the point.
My ultimate is charging.
So we're going to see them get a very forward position, trying to figure out what's going on. But as I say that, the Falcons are going up top. It gets a really quick pick by Penny, except you don't want to pull the D.Va. That's not really somebody you want to pick. And as I say that, they're going in. Pulse Bomb gets absolutely nothing. Was thrown a little bit earlier. And we do see a really quick ultimate come out. Both blades come out. Linda gets two people going for a third. Does get a third on me. And like I very quickly, the Falcons turn that around and are going to be able to capture this point. As Torbman gets one back on Lineth, knocking him off. Schnark, I don't like that. You jumped off his baby D.Va. Maybe you really want your mech, but you know they're going to be coming in so quickly. And as I say that, here they are already in here. They're not going to have much defense. They have so few people here to defend. And so I don't like that. Even though they did get the D-drop, they do have Pharaoh Monkey. It's just not going to be enough. There's ultimates 2v6. Don't go in 2v6. That's just really bad. You don't want to fight that. It's just going to be really hard for them to pop it. And he barely gets his ultimate off to stay alive. We're down to like 16 HP, 17 HP. And so it's just going to be full healing up, trying to knock Lineth off, and just going in full DPS to try and take him out. We see Coalescence pop by Moira. And another ultimate, we see the Dragon Blade come out. Chronic is going in really deep, getting one, getting two. And Steve's in here all by himself. He's just trying to stall as much as he can with Glacier because they know that they're going to be losing this point. And if they can't take him down in time, they may get the reset. But no, Chronic comes in and they do clean up both those people. They do have the ultimate advantage, all three, Torb, Penny, and Mooman having ultimates. And the important thing is Torb and Penny can push people off the edge. If they ever come in from a side, they're just going to pop that ultimate, knock people off with the Pharaoh Monkey, or just use the whole hog to kill everybody and knock them off the side, as well as both of those are displacement ultimates. And so another really early push from Torbmain. If he pops his ultimate, it's going to be really interesting to see. But we're going to be getting into this fight, and so you're going to be trying to go from the front to no avail. Both Torbmain and Penny, it looks like, getting kills, and so sorry I missed that. Pushing out more, just like really flexing on them, wanting to show what they have, and so still no ultimates on the Tigers or on the Falcon side, as the Tigers are just still holding this really well. So Neith is just kind of hanging out in the window, seeing if anybody's going to come in to boot them off. But once again, we're going to see them come in on the just straight through the front. So I'm expecting to see as soon as anything happens, just a really quick full hog to knock everybody off. So 90%, you just pop a couple ultimates and knock them all off. There it is. We do see the ultimate pushing them off, and more. But there it is. It starts to lead. So ultimate does take down Chronic Dark. Lynn does take down another one with his ultimate. And so they're really turning this around. Oh man, I called it way too early. Caster's Curse came in huge. Tigers were not able to hold that point. Absolute wonderful job by Schnark. This man right here, he ate up, he ate up most of that whole hog after it started, and so they were able to turn that fight around. Lyneth as well with an absolutely huge Dragon Blade. And so we're going to see Chronic Dark has his own Dragon Blade, and Torbmain still has his ultimate, so whatever you're able to do, like I say that, Chronic Dark does pop it, is able to get one, but Steve takes him down, so they're able to stop everything going down right now. You know, all 10 people are on the point right now, just trying to fight it out. The focus is not really in there for either team. They're kind of each having their own one-on-ones, and as I say that, Zoom and Lyneth both take down 2, and if they do, they're going to keep continuing this trend. They're going to be able to, you know, hold the point. And as I say that, Penny and Neith come back with their own 2. Feral Monkey is popped by Torbmain, not getting any kills yet, and so they are potentially cleaning up. But Lyneth is coming in huge right now, almost at a Dragon Blade, not getting taken down, and they are able to hold that. And that overtime comes in. That's going to be game if you know, they're just need to take down quick 2 people on it, and they're going to be able to turn this around. Oh my goodness. Oh no, they are able to stop it really quick. Touch the point. I was about to call that, but Lyneth does take down 2 people. They are able to take down more of them, and it looks like that's going to be game unless everyone else can get back on the point. Falcons are going to be able to take this one 2-0, and as I say that, it is overtime sticking down 2-0 for the Falcons.
Victory.
Wow. Lucio by Meep Switch almost got him, but it was not the case. The Falcons are victorious,
Play of the game.
getting the victory on the final map. Lyneth was an absolute beast on Genji for every single map he played. Wow, just dodging around, getting the kills he needed to, staying alive, avoiding deaths, but ooh. What a series by both these teams, putting together a clinic for our Scrim night. This is the best one we've seen yet. And so this is the Tigers versus the Falcons. The Falcons take it 3-2 over them. You've been watching EGFH Scrims. My name is Alex Flabbyman Bylina, and we will be starting our regular season March 14th. And so stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit us with a follow on our Twitch channel at @OfficialEGF and on Twitter. We'll be coming back with another Scrim potentially before the season starts, but like I said, that was the Tigers versus the Falcons. The Falcons get the narrow victory on the tiebreaker map 3-2, and you can catch us next time.